G'day folks, Keith Jobson with another product review. This is the long-awaited Rackless pannier system from Nomad Moto. This is the Rackless base layer that goes with their panniers. Today I want to fit this system onto my KTM 500. This bike does have the Globetrotting rack on it. If I'm up to it, I might actually remove it and just see how it fits without this rack on this bike. I also want to see how it fits on the DRZ. It does have racks on it. I'll remove those as well, just to see how the rackless system fits on lightweight adventure bikes. Okay, the first bike I'm going to try is on the DRZ. I've taken the racks off. Now in the kit, you get the heat shield as well. So you obviously need to put that on your exhaust. However, this bike does have one already, so I'm going to just leave that as it is. Have a look from the back here. So there we go. It sits quite nicely on that. On this bike, sits on the heat shield, and then obviously the whole thing needs to be tied down. There's straps provided. It's all in Kurt's video about how to tie it down, but this bike is probably going to go around to this point here, and then the lower strap or around this piece of the frame or somewhere. So you find something that works, and there it is. That's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward, and it saves all of that extra weight from the racks. Now onto the 500. This is probably what a lot of people want to see, what this system looks like on the 500 with no rack. So I have taken my rack off, and this is what it looks like. Now this is not tied down in any way. It's just sitting there because my rack's going back on because I really like the rack. But this is what it would look like. So two 20-litre bags fitted to the rackless layer. And all that's missing is the exhaust heat shield thing that goes in there. And then you've really just got to make a choice about where you tie this down to. Now Kurt does supply these little jiggers. Here's one. He does supply a couple of these little clips, two of them. So you could put these through your guard, put them up there somewhere, and then tie the straps back to there. That would work. And then down at the lower point is really just finding a spot. So you've got the strap already attached. Probably you're going to wrap it around the frame down there. And on the other side, it'll be something similar, somewhere down here. Now I have in the past used these points on the subframe mount. I've used clips like these there, and then you can tie that strap straight to that point. That works really, really well, gets it out of the way, and it's out of the way of your boots as well. But you're just going to have to work out some way to tie it on there. But look, overall, I think it's a pretty neat system, and the fact that you can use the same panniers, a bike with racks, or on this rackless base plate, that's pretty cool. I like it. I'm going to put this Globetrotting rack back on this bike, and the main reason that I do it is because the whole rack only weighs like 2 kilos, and it sorts out the problem of where to tie this. I mean, every bike's different, but I know on these 500s, I've had it wrapped around here. It's melted onto this pipe. My boots wear through it. Even with these sort of mounting points, this is better, but it's not ideal. So I've got the rack, so it's going back on. Okay, rack is installed, and there it is. This is how it sits on the Globetrotting rack. It's not tied on, obviously, but it still sits quite well. I really like how these fit on this thing here. It just wasn't working without this rackless layer on this bike. I think this is good. So now I will tie this down to these points. I'll tie it back somehow to these points on this rack, and we will be good to go. All right, I have installed it on the rack, so let's just see exactly what I've done here. See me? Yes. When you get this rackless layer, you get 4 of these straps that come. You only need 2, but there's 4. So I've just looped those through these little daisy loop things on the rack, 1 on each side. And then I'm going to just run them beneath the guard and beneath that way up to these clips here, up to these tie point, these tie down clip things. The one there and one there, these buckle clips. I'll show you. Thread that through that one. The other one. So many straps everywhere. Okay, then that will let me get that back to where I want it. I want this flush with that because of what the spacing is at the back here, at the front of the bike. I like to just be able to slide back a little bit, and if it's too far forward, then all of this stuff starts rubbing on my butt, and that's a bit annoying. So I want that back there. So with those there, tighten that down, tighten this one down. And now that cannot go forwards from there. That is perfect. Once that's tightened down, we can pull the front ones. I'll be able to tighten all these straps up. That camera's died, this one's still going. I'll be able to tighten all these straps up once I put some gear in here, and then it'll pull it all in a lot tighter. That should work great. I suppose I will just say I'm not totally convinced on having straps beneath the guard under there like that. Up here, I just reckon they're going to get covered in crap and maybe come close to getting hit by the tyre. But we'll see. I think it looks pretty good on this bike. But I've got a ride coming up, so we'll be able to test it. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you want your own one of these rackless layers for the Strzelecki panniers, check the link below. There's a coupon code, get a discount. I get a commission, but you get a discount. So it's a win-win. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now. You take off the little strap keeper. Come on, Rain.